Hi, I'm Carol Akright, founder of Funding Your Dreams. You know, I find when I talk to people, whether as a coach or doing my financial education trainings, that people pretty much know a lot of the things that they want in life. They want to know what they want to do, what they want to have, what they want to be. And so it's not a problem figuring out what people's dreams are. The problem is, how do you implement the dreams? How do you manifest the dreams? And what I've discovered in working as a life planner with a special credential in that there's a very systematic way for you to get on track and on target to be able to design the life that you want and to have the kinds of dreams come true that you want to have and have them happen sooner than later. And so what is life planning? Well, first of all, we ask you some very, very core questions. And here's some things I'd like you to think about. If you could have life exactly the way you wanted it, so that when you look back on your deathbed at the landscape of your life, you were totally happy and fulfilled with what happened in your life. What do you want to have, do, or be? So we ask you this first question. If you could have anything you wanted in the world, be anything, do anything, and you knew that this was possible, and money was no object, you had all the money in the world that you wanted, if some of these things require money, what are those dreams that you have? What do you want to have, do, or be? That's the first question. Now, the second question is, and this time you don't have all the money in the world, you have what you've got right now financially. You're in the same financial position you are now. But let me ask you this question. You go to the doctor and the news isn't good. You find out that you have 5 years to live. You're going to be totally healthy for that 5 years, and at the end of the last day of the 5th year, you're going to drop stone dead, no reprieve, that's it. This lifetime, your life is over. Now, same question. What do you want to have, do, or be, or experience in your life in those 5 years? And what we find often is that the priorities change. First of all, the first thing that kicks in is loved ones. I want to spend time with my loved ones, and I want to share what I have with them now. And how can I do that? And how can I make their life happier so that after I'm gone, they're okay? And maybe there's some fun trips that you've been postponing, thinking, oh, I'll do that when I'm retired. No, you're not going to retire. You're going to die in 5 years. So what are the priorities for the things that you want to experience for yourself, as well as the things that you want to share with your family? So that's question number 2. And I get you to write down these questions, and I want you to answer them, okay? Just for yourself. And the third question is, the news from the doctor is really bad. And it's not that you're going to die in 5 years. You're going to die in 24 hours. So here's what I want you to ask now. What have I not done? Whom have I not become? And what do I regret? This is the killer question, because this gets you to totally focus on what matters the most to you in life right now. If I have 24 hours, I mean, you can't go do a bunch of things. You can spend some time with loved ones, but mostly it's over. What have you not done that's very important to you? And after you answer these 3 questions, we start to see themes. We see the themes of the things that are most important to do in your life, to have in your life, and then to experience or be in your life. And that's where we start in designing a life plan for you. That's how you're going to find out what your life plan is going to be, because now you know the components that you want to plug in. The next thing that you're going to look at is basically, what is your heart's core? What are the things that are most important to you? That this whole list that you put down, you're going to see the themes, and maybe you could list them in some order of priority. But if you had to pick, say, 3 things that you wanted to have, do, or be, and let's just pick that 5-year mark, that if in 5 years you want to have, do, or be those things, what are they? These are the things that you have the most passion for. It's your heart's core. And you're going to plug these into like a tic-tac-toe board. What am I going to have, do, or be in that 5 years? Now that's the question of the things that would really make you happy. The next category is, what do you feel that you ought to have, do, or be? Now mostly these are messages from your family, maybe from your spouse if you're married, from your culture. These are things that you feel like morally you need to do these things, or have these things, or be these things. What kind of person you want to be? What kind of life experience do you want to have and share? And what we may do at some point is we may eliminate a lot of those, because those may not be your priority, they're someone else's priority. And the third category on the tic-tac-toe board in terms of have, do, and be is, what would be fun to have, do, or be? I mean, take the lid off your imagination. I have this dream that I want to run and experience doing 100 triathlons in my lifetime. And actually, by the time the next 6 years pass. And so, like, that's a crazy dream for many people. But you know what? By the end of this calendar year, I will have done 60 of those 100. Now, I am totally stoked by this. I'm going to have a triathlon party. And just, like, for boosting me on to the next level. You have something else that's fun for you. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's going to opera. What is it that's fun? You have to have fun in your life because life is about joy. I always emphasize it's important for you to put your money where your love is. And part of the love is what's fun for you. So we figured out what you feel you will be really happy having had, done, and been, what you feel like you ought to, and then also what will be fun too. Then we take all of those and we look at it, and as I said, we mostly eliminate the ought to column, but we look at what are the key things that need to be plugged in to your life design. And we start doing that on a time frame. What do you want to do in 1 month? And then 3 months, and 6 months, and 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then a lifetime. So you might want to put your lifetime ones out there, and you sort of work your way backwards. And in doing that, it becomes very clear to you what life will make you happy. What will give you joy. When you get up in the day, you're going to be so juiced to get up and start that day because you're living the life of your dreams. And that is my wish for you, that you figure out exactly what life you want. You fund that life, and you have a great time experiencing it. I'm Carol Akright.